Hey guys, welcome to Reality Check, the podcast, where it's all about love, life, and little ones. We're here to keep it real, diving into the highs, lows, and everything in between when it comes to marriage, parenting, and finding ourselves along the way.
Join us as we tackle the chaos of raising two wild boys, keeping the spark alive, and staying sane in the process. Expect raw conversations, relatable stories, and a whole lot of laughs.
It's time for a reality check. Hey guys, welcome to Reality Check. My name is Steven.
And this is Abby.
Merry Christmas.
Happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to everyone out there. It is 2026.
It is the 2nd of Jan, 2026. Our last episode was
November.
mid-November.
2025. Yep. It's been a while.
Terrible.
Yeah, sorry guys. I know you guys have been hoping and waiting patiently for
the one
another
or two
episode.
People that actually listen to us.
No, there's quite a few. Including
so
us.
No one really listens to us, which is fine. Like we're just, I guess this is a passion project that we're not sure if it's going to go anywhere. Oh, I see a spider.
Please comment or something to let us know that you guys are listening.
Comment.
DM us.
No. Comment. What emoji should they comment on Spotify?
Comment eggplant. No, I'm joking.
Comment.
Wink.
No.
Fire.
Comment.
How about a comment? Comment. How
about you just write COMMENT
exactly
in the comment box, and we at least know if someone's listening to it.
Or just do the emoji,
podcast.
The comment emoji.
Any emoji.
Just do that.
What? Comment emoji.
Comet. Yeah.
The comet.
COMET.
Oh my god, that's so confusing. Okay. All right.
Comment. Yeah. Anyways, guys, it's been a while. In the last episode, I kept referencing a project. I don't know why I referenced it as a project.
I don't know.
It wasn't a project.
It was annoying.
But basically, the reason why we haven't recorded an episode since November is because we've been preoccupied with moving houses.
Yes.
Hey!
No, look, the intention was before Christmas, before New Year, we were going to do an episode. So we moved middle of November.
Yes.
And so obviously it took a while to settle in. Took a couple weeks
to settle
in. Lots of boxes, clearing stuff. Not
boxes.
Everything has a place
yet
in this home yet. Not everything. I would say 90% does. Or maybe 80% does.
No, I would say 90%. Like, it's all the little stuff in boxes. So when we moved into our old house, our previous house, we still had stuff in boxes because we had no storage. Mm-hmm. So we ended up moving those stuff. And, like, a lot of those boxes did find a place in the house. Yep. But then we replaced that with other stuff in boxes.
Yeah. I mean, so that, I guess, the whole point of moving, and I think I don't know, have we mentioned this before?
No, I don't think we have.
Really? Okay. Yeah, the whole point of moving was because we needed the storage. We needed more space.
Mainly because of the kids as well.
Yeah.
So our house was, I wouldn't say it's small, but for a growing family with two young boys. For four people with two young active boys.
Yes.
It became smaller and smaller.
I don't know. Would 4 adults be able to live there? Maybe because you're not buying more toys.
Yeah, I think 4 adults. But yeah, if you have children, I think it's a little bit too small, I reckon.
Yeah, for context, we moved into our previous home in 2021, just before Christmas, December 2021. And as soon as I walked in there and we were moving, without anything, it felt okay.
It felt big-ish.
Big-ish. And then as soon as we were moving, stuff started to fill the home. I already felt the walls closing in.
Like crap.
And I had that thought in my head, like, crap, like, what have we gotten ourselves into?
Well, what we should have done is we should have built a 2-story house.
Yeah. Yeah, look.
I vividly remember you saying to the agent, I don't want a 2-story house.
Yeah, I definitely said that.
But considering the size of the land, we were like, we should have gone up in the first place.
Sydney, the lands are getting smaller and smaller. I don't know if you guys know. But anyway, so, yeah, as soon as we walked into their previous home, I was like, yeah, I don't know if this is our forever home. We built it with the intention of it being our forever home. But I saw the plan, it was getting built, and I was like, there was already a big peeve of mine that I was like, I'm not happy with that. This isn't going to be our forever home because I'm not happy with that.
You don't like the island? We had no island.
We had no island.
Yeah,
and that was a deal breaker for me. I was like, I need the island. I need the island. And I saw the plan and I was like, I swear we spoke about an island. Anyway, don't ask me why. Like, I didn't know because I thought my lovely husband was looking after it for me while I was heavily pregnant and growing kidneys and organs inside me. But, he didn't mention anything of that until it was already being built.
I thought you saw it. Anyways.
Yeah.
So, we moved houses. Wasn't far. We have an island.
Thank God.
Thank God we have an island.
It's 2-story, which is
2-story house. A lot more spacious. It has a bigger backyard so the kids can run around and play soccer and do things, and we have more space. We can separate.
There's a lot more storage.
A lot more storage. Like we can separate.
This is how this marriage works. You need lots of space away from each other
and have a spare bedroom that has a
bed.
Just in case.
The guest room is for anyone that needs to just
chill and get away,
have time out.
So that's why we haven't recorded for a while. But then a few weeks ago, I think it was around December, before Christmas, we wanted to record an app, but then I lost the mics during the move. For the life of me, I couldn't find them. And then, the other day I was like, let me look into this random box, which is a box that I looked into previously, but I didn't look underneath, like at the bottom of the box, and lo and behold, there were the mics. So here we are now in January, recording our first app.
January 2, 2026.
Yes.
I don't even remember how many episodes we did last year. It wasn't a lot.
We did, it wasn't
a lot. We were consistent the first.
We were consistent, and then we went away.
And
then we obviously took a break. And then I kind of looked the other day. We didn't do anything, I think, after April or May. And then we did one in August. So we skipped all of June, July.
God. Yeah.
I can't remember why.
I mean, we also got sick. There was
got sick?
There was a pretty much a 4-week period where we were all sick.
Yeah, I remember we did. Yeah, probably that's
July to August. We were sick.
We were sick. Yes, that's why we didn't record, because of that.
Yep.
So we were consistent for the first part of the year, dropped off, picked it up again, then dropped off, and now here we are. But we want to say a big thank you for those listeners
tuning in.
If
you've subscribed or followed, so
please
at least
do
you
subscribe.
can get updates.
Yeah, I did look the other day. I didn't tell you. Our countries have grown. Our countries have grown. The people listening are in different countries.
Okay, say the countries.
Let me look for it. I'm gonna have to.
Come on.
I'm gonna have to.
When you get it up, we'll mention the countries. But that's cool that we're growing with listener scope. But let's hope we grow with listener numbers. Yeah, I don't know. Let's make that a goal for this podcast. Look, we're kind of before we started recording this today, I was even to Steve, look, are we gonna stick to the purpose of this podcast and why we started in the first place? And what are your thoughts? You're still so engrossed in the phone and trying to get to the...
I'm trying to log in. Yeah, sorry. Okay, I'm just gonna...
space.
Yeah. So what was the reason we did this podcast? So the purpose was we just wanted to share the realities, I guess, of raising two young children, married life, bit of insight into our lives, sharing challenges with each other. I guess throughout since we started dating, looking back and talking about not just those memories, but how we felt, reminiscing, walking down memory lane, all of that. But I guess the biggest one was to help with our communication. That was one of the purposes of that as well. It was just like an idea that we floated around, a year and a half ago, close to 2 years now, that we wanted to do. And that was the sole purpose. So we had intentions of bringing guests in. Last year we didn't do anything. We didn't have any guests, but the year before that we did have guests. And again, it was just to share experiences, the thing, like for those listeners who have tuned in, thank you once again. We would have spoken about, kids growing up, how we were raised versus how we're raising kids. How, had my dad on one episode, sharing his experiences raising me and my brother, and just the differences between generations. That was the whole purpose of it. I would like to think that there's still a lot more that we can share with you listeners, and hopefully we can this year have more guests tune in or join us.
I think also a reason why we started this was to be able to see if anyone could relate with what we're going through, not just on the parenting front, but also on the marriage front or on the relationship front. We also have a lot of people who aren't married yet, but are in relationships and like are going through the stuff that we're going through. So it's not as if like just because we're married, we don't go through like, I guess, communication barriers or arguments that couples who aren't married yet are going through. If that makes sense.
Well, we've been single. We were dating.
Like last year I was single.
And we were dating. So one of those we've been there, done that kind of thing. Or we can relate as well.
Yeah.
So.
But that's the thing. Like I know I've got friends that are single that may listen to this podcast, and they're also like, wow, you still go through that? I'm like, yeah, it's not just when you're single that you go through these things. You go through it constantly, like throughout your relationship. And I guess that's the whole reason why we kind of, yes, Stevie mentioned it, like the communication piece. We want to work on our communication, but also we want to see like if other people are having the same issues, and then maybe if we can help you guys or vice versa, because we need a lot of help.
SOS. Jokes.
We need a lot of help.
SOS. So let's just do a quick recap. We don't want to go too much into this episode. We just want to start the new year with a bit of a recap of last year and then getting into this year. Babe, any highlights from last year? Anything that stood out to you? Other than moving houses, which we mentioned already?
Yeah, well, again, yes, the moving house was a big highlight. But I did do this thing, like how everyone does like a highlight reel and stuff on Instagram of how their year went. Mine wasn't so much a highlight reel. It was just like I don't know. It's not a highlight reel. It was like a middle light reel.
It's just a reel.
It's just a reel. But like I mentioned, I didn't set out to achieve anything big because I didn't. Like I knew we had travel plans. We both knew we had travel plans. And so we did that. We got to travel overseas. I got to travel for work, which was good too, which was cool. But then like, I guess a high for me, if I can say it, is that I was able to I was able to, I don't know if I should say like add value or like find a little bit of my purpose in like going on about my daily life, I guess. But yeah, like just talking about like grief, just talking about mental health, talking about like the hardships that happen, I don't know, I guess in motherhood even. And I would speak about it on social media, and just like the number of DMs I get every time is just growing. And so
Yeah.
I do like being able to find that connection and that relatability with people. But yeah, I guess that's a high that I'm hoping that I'm able to make people feel less alone in what they're going through. That yeah. Low is that I cried a lot. I cried a lot, like a lot. I feel like I cried even more than I did last year when I lost mom.
You mean
It,
the
it
year
was just
before?
like even the year before. Yeah, even the year. I mean, the year before we didn't even lose mom yet. Like it was just going through stuff that was like
Yeah.
the in and out of hospital, my mental health issues. So I cried a lot, and I yes, it's a low, but I don't think that I'm being too dramatic or too emotional or too overly sensitive. It's just I'm just feeling things. And I guess the low is some people don't understand what it's like to go through losing someone that immense in your life. And so when I talk to some people about it, they're not as open-minded. So they don't understand. But, everyone goes through this. Everyone will lose someone they really, really love. And you let me know how you feel when that happens to you. That kind of thing. Like I just wait until it happens to them for them to come back to me and let me know what their thoughts are. Yeah. That's my low. But I guess, yeah, that's talking about last year, and we'll talk about moving forward after you mention your high and your low.
High and low. I don't really know. I don't really have one that nothing sticks to mind. You mentioned, yeah, we traveled again, which was great. Personally, I don't know. It was a bit of a mess of a year. I am very proud of Luca, like seeing his development all throughout last year.
Yeah.
We did start off the year.
That's a big one, yeah.
Yeah, we did start off the year with him going to speech therapy. And then we stopped when did we stop that? Like before we were going to go away?
Like Feb.
Yeah. Yeah.
Feb
like,
or March, something like
yeah,
that.
we kind of stopped it around that time before we went away. And when we actually went away, he started talking a lot more. Like 2 or 3 words, small sentences.
Yeah.
And then as the year progressed, like if you look at him now, he's talking. You can actually have a conversation with him. And yeah, that's been a very big high, I would say. Just to kind of see his growth and development.
Yeah.
Which is really nice. Can't really think. Low, I don't know.
Well, another high is that Quinton finished year 2, and it's,
Yeah, he finished year 2.
like I wouldn't say he's an A student, but he finished year 2. He's yay!
No, he has moments where like you could see that he's capable of being an A student.
Yeah.
If he just applies himself. It kind of reminds me of me. I was an A student,
I think
but
a
anyways.
lot of us are like.
I think yeah, like a lot of kids, they have the intentions of doing their best and things like that, and when Quinton gets it right, he gets it right. But yeah, big highlight for Quinton last year, and he's obviously starting year 3. We can save that for another episode. Another low. I mean, yeah, I think a low personally for me was maybe just mixing work and personal life together. Found it very hard to just really separated and be in the moment with the kids, especially when I picked them up after school, after daycare, and I was with them. I was trying to juggle working while trying to feed them and bathe them and be with them. So towards the end of last year, just really starting to set boundaries. And I've even had a few chats with work, people at work, and they're like, yep, you got to set boundaries as well. So we can talk about goals and things a bit later on for another episode. But yeah, I think I hit a real low, and you saw it as well, babe. It was kind of hard at home. You come home from work, and I know we've said this multiple times in the past, but you come home from work and just everyone's screaming and shouting. So yeah, I think last year was probably a real low for me in that sense, where I just really couldn't separate work and personal life. So I'm really trying to make it a thing this year.
Yeah, I think there are changes coming this year. Well, at least on my end. But we can save that for another episode.
Yep.
Maybe the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a quick one. That was a quick update. We do want to set our intentions for this podcast as well in the next episode. Hopefully we can grow this. We'll mention something that we did. I think maybe we can mention it in this ep now.
What is it?
When we recorded that episode at the beginning of the year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just quickly. Anyway, we recorded an episode on the 12th of January 2025 and spoke about what our goals were, like for personal, work, like career, for the podcast, and a lot of it did not happen.
So it was like a time capsule.
It was like a time capsule.
It was a time capsule type of episode. Things that we wanted to, like you mentioned, set and achieve for the year. We listened to it the other week. It was a bit cringe.
It was. I wouldn't say it was. Okay. The reason why it was cringe was because we didn't make it happen.
We didn't.
We didn't make it happen. And
we had good intentions.
I think there was... What made me cringe the most was when Steve was talking about, like, I want to do this for my work, for my career. And, like, I'm so excited. And I was like, okay. And then now you're talking about your career.
Yeah, I know. It was a bit cringe. No, look, the intention was there. But, yeah, I mean...
I think because we approached it with so much... excitement and motivation and hope.
I think there was a lot of,
we were just very motivated.
I don't know if we said, like some of the stuff that I set out, they were realistic, but then I just didn't do anything about it. One of them I did achieve. I did say I wanted to, for Quinton's YouTube channel, get 500 subscribers, which we did.
Yeah.
Tick that off.
That was good.
It was hard work, but got there.
We said we wanted to reach 20 likes or something.
25
20 ratings, 25-star ratings on Spotify. Nope, we're still stuck at 9.
Damn it.
It was so bad. I was like, yeah, we deserve it. Because we didn't put our effort in.
We weren't consistent with that.
Yeah.
So really thank you for those who are still listening. We appreciate you.
Hopefully. But it just goes to show that consistency is key.
Yeah.
You were consistent with Quinton's one.
For a good part. And then kind of died again towards the end of last year. Again, like it's just so hard. Like when you're trying to buy a new house and then move and settle in, like the last thing you want to do is record episodes. We're working too. I think we're forgetting that. Yes, we're working too. Like these are not our full-time jobs. Like Quinton's YouTube channel, this podcast.
Yeah,
it's not our full-time jobs.
We wish they were.
Wish they were.
Yeah.
Can you guys donate money so we can make this our full-time job? But yeah, look, I'm not like, I don't know about you, babe, but I'm not going to mention a lot of the goals that we had set out.
No.
Looking like when we listen to it, when I processed what I heard, the intention was there, but and they were realistic, like I said. It's just, I don't know, there wasn't a lot of motivation. Like, we didn't execute. I didn't execute on some of them.
I was cringing a lot on his
Yeah, I was
on the
cringing
goals
too.
he set for us as a couple.
Yeah. I said we should do more spontaneous dates,
Yes, like that.
picnics
That did
and
not-
walks. We did not go on one date. No, I think we did. We did, but
we went on the one day.
but I said, we should do a spontaneous date every
Yeah,
month.
and you were like, we could do like stand up paddleboarding in Bandina.
We did not do stand up paddleboarding.
Did not look into it at all.
We did go away.
He
to
had
my
a
cousin.
very thoughtful
No.
Christmas present.
We did go away to my cousin's beach house as like me and all the cousins. Like,
That's
our
not a
families.
date.
No,
My God.
I know. She had stand-up paddleboards. But yeah, it wasn't a
It
day.
was a day before winter.
I know.
Are you kidding me?
That was funny.
Yeah, I was like shaking my head and internally like cracking up because I was more, I don't know. I was like, it's not even disappointment. It's just like, I feel like it's just the norm now, which is sad to say, but I feel like we're just kind of like in that stage where we don't make an effort.
Yeah.
Sad.
That's the reality of our lives right now. But anyways, alright guys, so that's a quick one for our first ep in 2026. I am your host. My name is Steven.
And this is host Abby.
Stay tuned for next week's reality check. Bye.
Bye.